Hi everyone, just getting everything set up here. Hoping that I'm plugged in here. Give me a moment. I got caught up watching Yellowstone. I'm just joining the party with that show. And I have to get everything plugged in here, so bear with me. And we will continue on with our Christmas in July projects. So let me find y'all on Facebook. I'm going to have to plug in my iPad. And we will go from there. There I am. All right. There I am. Turn that down. And whoops. I may not see comments during this. Let's see. I'm knocking things over. Fantastic. Welcome. All right. I got to get my bin of stuff here. We forgot the projects for July 29th. We're actually going to finish the next few projects for this series. Okay, I got water. We're good there. All right. Oh, yep. I think I messed up this. What is it? Oh, yep. Okay. That's a card that I need to finish. All right. So here we go. Welcome. My name is Mary Jo Snyder. I am currently an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a stamp sets that I was using earlier for my class I ordered from Jennifer Cotton, which is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the continuation of my class of the Christmas in July that kind of has oozed into August. But you know what? It's all good. All right, this is a different card, and I kind of used different elements. I actually incorporated the wreath from the sled. Sophisticated Sled, I believe, is the project. So there's this, and I know there's a stamp set. I just may not have it handy. There it is. It's got a sled and some cool skates, and it's got this wreath. There's even a cardinal. Fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff in this kit, or in this bundle. So I used the wreath, and I cut out part of that designer series paper I've been working with. I believe it is the green and silver. I'm really not sure. The whole product naming things, but that's okay. We are going to start with this card. This will make card number 12 for our 12 days of Christmas per se, 12 cards of Christmas. I'm using Cherry Cobbler as the background. I used the timber embossing folder on the wood grain piece. And of course that is from the Country Woods. And I've used the twine from the Neutrals 5-pack that is in the annual catalog. The dies from the Greetings. Hi, Jane. The Greetings that I've been working with. Oh, Greetings of the Season, as well as the stamp set, and of course the beautiful embellishments that go along with that. So we're going to go ahead and create this card. I can throw my notes away. And we will need a block or two. I think the hydraulics have gone in my chair because I keep sinking, unless that is a sign that I need to lose some weight. Oh, that's funny. Sometimes that happens with your chairs that go up and down. The hydraulics end up quitting on you. And that's okay, whatever. I need a bigger block. So in that, I am sinking. All right, the Cherry Cobbler ink is what I'm using for my sentiment. And I'm using Merry Christmas. And I have watched, I think, 5 episodes of the first season of Yellowstone today. Oh my gosh. Of course, I had to purchase it, but I am really getting super addicted. So that's why I'm a little late. No big deal. I'm here. So we're doing Merry Christmas. I need to re-ink my ink pad, but for now, that'll work. Set those aside. And I'm going to take a sip of water. right. Sorry about that. And so I've done our sentiment. Now I've embossed this, but what's really cool is when you grab, and I know I had it out here, one of these, you know, the nail file thingies. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Maggie. After you've embossed something that has a white core, you can take one of these nail buffers and you can, takes a little bit of strength, and I'll show you a close-up, but you think you can kind of see what's going on there. I'm rubbing some of that paper off, the color, after embossing. Kind of noisy, to bring out the white core that is inside that designer series paper. So it's super cool. Hello, Lori. So that kind of gives it a fun rustic effect. So that's going to go on the outside of our cherry cobbler piece. And I'm just going to grab my Tombow and this is just going to go right down the center of my card base. And this is the Country Woods Designer Series paper, which I love all the wood grain in it. Get some of that dust off of there. And this card opens this way. And then we're going to get that dust off of there. And we're going to add dimensionals to the back side of this. But first I want to add, whoops, I already took the top off, you goofball. A little bit of adhesive on, oh, I guess I should have done that differently. I might end up covering my sentiment. That's pretty good. That'll be fine. I got goop on my finger, so bear with me a moment. I need an eraser. Oh my goodness, I can't reach it. There it is. Just got a little glue on there for my finger. So I should have actually positioned this and then gone from there, but because it's kind of covering my sentiment. I remember I ended up, when I first did this, I think I had to stamp like 3 or 4 of these to finally get it where I needed to. I needed to come lower on my Christmas. But you get the gist. It's all good. You can read it. I'm happy with it. No big deal. And I want to grab the, I believe there is about 8 inches, 7 inches of, yes, about 8 inches of this from the neutral pack of Baker's Twine that's in the annual catalog. It's a 5-pack. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining in. Please say hello. And let's see if I can get that in there. And then glued to my iPad screen since, about 1 o'clock when I started watching everything. I did take a little break for a bit, but it's been nice. Sundays seems to be my day for Netflix and or something, movies. Okay, that didn't tie very good. Let's try that again. I just want to knot, and then I'm going to trim this some. All right, so we got that, tied that in a knot, trim that, throw that in the garbage, add some let's cut some of these dimensionals and make sure that's not in the way, like so. 1 or 2 more, I think that's sufficient. I have to start being frugal with my dimensionals as much as I love them. And this is going to go right here, right in the center of that wood grain piece. Make sure that's not adhered underneath. It's just going to kind of dangle off of there. And let's see, this is for the inside Oh, no worries. I actually finished watching an episode of Yellowstone, so I just got here myself, so no big deal. I didn't start until about 7:12. Yes, I also like these together. Thank you. And I thought it would be different than doing all the same tones I've been sticking with that green and gold paper, even though it's very beautiful. It kind of gives you an alternate idea for using that designer series paper. So, all right, I'm going to add like 5 of these awesome tiny things, gems, whatever they are, ribboned sequins. The smaller ones to the wreath. And I'm going to grab a big one. So there's a total of 7 of these on this card. And that goes there. Kind of lines up. They are called Pecan Pie and Clear Ribboned Adhesive Back Dots. And you can find those in the online exclusives section of the online store. And then that's on the inside. And that is card number 12 for our 12 days of Christmas, actually, our Christmas in July. Now, I kind of struggled making this box, and I think it was just my measurements for the cover. Inside this box was a spool of ribbon for those that purchased the class. So what I want to do, I am going to, this is 5.5 square, and I'm going to come in with my scoring tool, my Simply Scored, and I am going to score an inch around each side. And then for the cover, I've cut it smaller. It is 4 3/4 square. And what I want to do, if I can find some Post-its, which I've been struggling with. Oh, here's some. I don't know what measurements are on here, but I only need it to be like a smidge bigger or than the other part of, I'm just going to cut this off because this is where my sticky is. These are Post-its. And I'm just going to add this because it's sticky to, there's about maybe 5 sheets there. I probably need about 8. That's okay. We're going to wing it. And I'm going to score this at a 1/2 inch all the way around. And we're going to pray that it works. Is it a 1/2 inch? Yes, I think. Either way, we're going to try it. I might be way off. I'm not good at box math, but we will see. If not, I will score it what the paper says. And that says 9/16. And we all know how I feel about 16ths measurement. It's very not so easy because it's not on here. So I just want to fold this and see. And then I'll like really, really go to town and put it all together. I just want to see. I'm sure it's way bigger than it needs to be. Yes, it is. So let's move this. Let's go with our paper trimmer. We're going to ignore that I made that oops. Because I had it written down and I ignored it. So all good. Now I need my, see, this is why I need to flip things up with myself and do things differently. Because some of this stuff is just not my vibe. But it is for everybody else. So, all right, so 9/16. I'm going to come in at 9/16 is, so that is, okay. Ugh, I hate counting 16ths. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8. So right about there. And I still don't think that's enough. I may not make the box. Sorry. At this point, I'm just really winging it. And you know what? That's fine. I think I just scored it in the same spot. We'll come back to this. I'm not feeling it right now. Let's go on to the next project. Sorry, peeps. We're going to make this bag out of vellum. Never use this vellum. So those of you that have the kit, just ignore the box for now. I'll get to it. I'll do it in a separate video after I talk to Celine about helping me with the math. All right, so no big deal. That's what happens in crafting. All right, we have a piece of the vellum that is 8.5 by 6. This awesome bag is a replica. It's a little small of a bag that Jen Rios Rayner showed in one of her, actually, I bought it from her so that I could replicate it when she was going out of business per se and selling a lot of her stuff. So, all right, so you have 8.5 by 6, and you're going to score your vellum every 2 inches. So at 2, 4, and 6, and at 8. Okay, super simple. Flip it and score at 2 inches. Oh, you're not late. I'm taking time to mess things up. The first card we made was this right here. That was the 12th card in my Christmas whatcha-jiggy that I had going on. All right, I'm going to grab this so you can see what I'm doing because it's hard to see on the grid of the glass mat. And there is a way to tell. This is kind of more dull, and this is more vibrant. So I want to fold so that I have the vibrant showing on the outside. And there is going to be some cutting here. And I'm like all movie on the brain at the moment. They're, you know, Yellowstone on the brain. So I'm not into my craft mojo at the moment. So I made a mistake on my box, but we'll get it. So those of you that have the kit and are making the box, hopefully you weren't crafting along with me. But you have plenty of extra supplies that you can cut down when I figure out the measurements. Your box. It actually worked great with the box that your ribbon is in. So there's that. Matter of fact, it's all good. All right, so I have done all of that good stuff. And I need my paper snips. So you can see the score line's really good on this vellum. We are going to get rid of this bottom tab, and we are going to angle cut it. And I'm going to angle cut this. And we are going to snip up these score lines. And yep, sweating out my room. No disrespect for the warmth. And I know I'll complain when it's cold, but I am ready for fall. Especially when I don't get outside much. So I am definitely ready for fall to get here and my craft room to be cooler. I don't have air conditioning and I don't have fan, so there is that. There are some things that I just don't have the luxury in owning in my craft room. So let's see. I need tear and tape. Tear and tape. All this stuff was right handy when there it is. It's under my paper. I just covered it. Okay. Tear and tape is going to go right here. I'll put a note in the description of this video to let everybody know. Be careful if you are copying me during the filming of this video because I made a mistake. All right, so we got that. And we're going to fold this over just like so. That's going to be where the seam is. That's the back of your bag. Okay, perfect. Which means if that's the back of the bag, where is it? Right there. Then this is going to be the one that folds backwards. So you want to put a piece of tear and tape on here. And I also want to put a piece on one of these. It's very difficult to create a bag with vellum. It kind of has a mind of its own, but it sure is beautiful when it's done. Okay, so again, my seam is back here. So I'm going to remove the backing on this piece. Right, there's the seam. I'm going to place this one over this one, and then I'm going to remove the backing on this one. And the ribbon that you all got in your kits, you will use for this project. Okay, now find your seam again, which is really easy because you can see that right there. And I am going to kind of work this so it is going to create some creases. That's not really sticking real well, so we're going to come back in, reinforce that adhesive so it sticks. We've got that. I am going to grab my We Are Memory Makers, and this is called a crocodile. And I'm going to do the small hole and come in, eyeball it. Oh, I did the larger hole. That's okay. It's all awkward. Get it in my hand right. Maybe the larger is better, but you'll use whatever hole punch you have. Just want to use a gigantic one. And it is going to punch holes all through the whole thing on the sides and everything. And then what I did was used this silver to go with it. But I think for this one, because I got this from Jennifer Cotton in her class I just did, I'm going to use that. You get that double pack in with the Country Meadows, Country Woods, whatever it is. Sweet. There's that dual pack, and I'm going to use the white. Make sure it's very fine tip in there so that I can get it through all the holes. And remember where your front is. I'm going to have to adhere that a little bit better. But either way, you can put some paper shred in there with some treats. You put all kinds of stuff in there, candies and whatnot. And then you will tie this in a bow. And you have 3 pieces of vellum the same size where you can cut and create 3 of these with each of the vellum. So that is 3 of your 3D projects. So those of you creating this class can make 3 of these. And then you're going to keep that 3D vellum, or I'm sorry, that vellum, that's 3D vellum. The vellum that is left over, and I'm going to show you what to do with part of that. Okay, I'm going to trim that because it's all frayed. And I'm going to trim this again too, just a little, like so. And there is your cute little vellum bag. Super cute. Add candy to that. Love it. All right, now our next project. Let me look in my little trusty bin of stuff. We have a card. However, it's not just any old card. It is a piece of, it is a gift card holder. So it's not your typical card. So you're going to find in your pack of, I don't have it, but there's a piece of this color, I think, or it's green, and it's got this little, I think it's got the double, it's scored. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm going to use a different color because I was limited on the color that I was using, but you'll have this in a kit. And this is 12 by 12 paper, but what I'm going to do is cut it down to 4 by 12. And this is going to be for the inside layer. 4 by 12. And I'm going to go directly down the center at 6 inches. And then come over 3/4, so at 5 1/4, and then over 3/4 to 6 3/4. So you're at 5 1/4, 6, and 6 3/4. Okay? And then you're gonna grab just a standard card base that is, I gotta find some paper, 4 1/4 by, which I think I already massacred that one. So let's use this color, Old Olive. And since it's going to be the 4 1/4 by 11, I'm going to go ahead and score this full sheet at, whoops, 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/2. Goodness gracious. Craft much lately? Not really. And come over here to 4 1/4. And we have our card base. So now we're going to go ahead and build this. And this is another card that I learned from Jen. And, well, sort of. I kind of MJ'd it up a little bit. So, how many of you are still here with me? I see a few people left. Tell me in the comments who's still here. I would love to know. I know it's a busy day. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. All right. So we've got our card base. And then we're going to kind of do mountain and valley folds. And these are going to kind of come together. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks, Lori, for sticking around. Hi, Linda. All right. Hey, Julie. All right. Thank you. Hey, Maggie. I missed some comments, so I didn't want to have to scroll back, so I appreciate you all being here and sharing some love again. All right, so we have kind of done like an M shape or a W, however you want to look at it, M or a W. And this is going to go on the inside of this card base. So again, this started at 4 by 12. I scored at 5 1/4, 6, and 6 3/4. Okay. And now what you really want to do is make sure that you are not putting a whole bunch of adhesive on this section because you're going to need to punch a hole. So I'm just going to come in with my Tombow and right close to one of the score lines, I am going to add Tombow to that piece. And then I'm going to bring those two pieces together. And it's okay because we're going to end up adhering this to the inside of the other card base. So if adhesive shows, it's no big deal. Okay. All right. So I ended up using that super awesome new label punch. And I'm not sure what it's called at the moment, but it makes a pretty neat label. I'm going to fold this in. So it's almost like a book fold, right? You know those folds. I'm going to bring this in kind of, and it's going to be difficult to punch because it's thick. You got 2 layers there. You want to center it. And you can use any kind of punch, but what the goal is to be able to fit a gift card in there, and I'll show you. So it's kind of a pop-up gift card holder, okay? All right, so we've got that. Let me grab a gift card or something similar. Oh, I got a gift card. It just doesn't coordinate. Now, this should, I might need to separate this. So, hey, Terry. Yep, you just use a punch. The one that really worked good was that, it was one of my favorite punches too, that is discontinued. And it was that straight, I can't even tell you the name of it, but there's that. Pops, so when you open your card, that kind of pops right up. Okay? Super cool. Or you could do it if you have a longer one, you could certainly do your gift card that way, but I really like how it just opens that way. Now this is going to be kind of a bulky card, so, and this is going to have to line up to the center of where your fold is. There is extra here. Don't sweat it. It's no big deal, right? But you want the score marks to line up together. Now, the best way for me is to kind of put it just aside from that score line, and I'm going to come in and add some Tombow, or you can use your tear and tape, and make sure it's lined up where I want it, but you definitely want to make sure that it is flush up against the that score line. And I'm going to bring this over and sandwich that over. You can use your bone folder. Now you don't have to use, I just was making my 12 by 12 go a little bit further. You can do this with one piece of paper. You don't have to have this layered on the inside. It's just how I chose to make it. Okay. And then you'll do the same to the other side, because you can actually make the inside that I used here your complete card and create it. It would just be smaller. Or you can change your dimensions of your score lines, but then you have to kind of, you don't have a lot of wiggle room with where your gift card's going to go. So I thought this was easier for myself to do it this way. You would just measure your paper differently if you just wanted to use that as one layer. Okay, so we've got that all good. So it will kind of stand up because it's not flush where that the seam is to the paper, but that's okay. It won't completely fold down because you end up having that little pocket there. So no big deal, right? Absolutely not. So this is how I decorated the inside. I used some of the rest of the vellum, and I used a vellum piece that was left over from making those bags. However, I don't think I have any left, or do I? Oh yeah, because I didn't make all 3 bags. So I'm just going to trim a piece of this as if I was going to make another one of those bags. So that was 8.5. So I will put 8.5. And then whatever this is actually 3.5 by 5.25. Save this for the inside of your card. You're going to put this on the outside. You're going to grab some of your paper, your cardstock that you got with your kit, because there was a lot of extra cardstock for you to use for other projects. Cut 1 inch off one side. Cut that down to 5.25. And then I thought, how cool would it be? Let's just tear that. And how even cooler would it be since there are some white specks in here. So we got some white specks of those berries, and I don't have the berry gems. So I am going to come in with none other than, and I don't know if you can still get your hands on this. I have to find it. Hold tight. It's here somewhere. Whisper White. Right here, my ink. I believe this is still in the online store. And my tiny itty bitty brush. And I'm going to make this look like there's snow on it. Kind of gives it that chalky look with my blending brush. Now this has a different kind of texture to the ink. So it does get on your fingers. Does take a bit to dry. Hey, Marva. But I like the effect of the white. And what this is going to also create is a way for me to hide the adhesive under the vellum where I'm going to attach it to the card. So there is, I got goop on that. I don't even know what it is. I probably need a new one. Anyway, okay. So we're gonna, can't really open that up yet. We are gonna attach this to the outside. So what we wanna do very carefully, actually, it's easier to put our adhesive. No, I did that last. Okay. Not Tombow. Seal right in front of my face, right here. and here. That way you can't really see where the seal is, because, I mean, you can, if you don't put anything on top of it, you can see where that seal is, okay? But now I have these fun little pieces, and I can add these over that section and create a cute little border. And it's got that white accent to it. Kind of ties it all together. So we've got that. And then everyone who received a kit also had some extra labels in your kit for these 3D projects. So let me just grab one out of my bin, and I will use a different one because I used that on that one. So I will use this white one, and I'm going to use a different sentiment, but on this one I did Happy Holidays. For this one, I think I will just do, how about wishing you a, will season's greetings fit on there? I don't think so. I'm going to do it to you and yours. Seems logical, and it'll fit. And that will be in, I'm going to use the garden green to tie in with the inside of the card. So we got that. This tag comes from, I don't know which set. Oh, the Nested Essential Dies, I believe. All right, so we've used our garden green. I'm gonna put this away as well. I think this is our last project with the exception of the box, and I'll figure that out and do a separate video for that. Sorry, that was my bad, but I'll get it. All right, so to you and yours. And then I came in with that beautiful ribbon this here, and I kind of did a faux bow underneath it. But I think I'm going to keep going with the white and use this beautiful white sheer diagonal, not sheer diagonal, diagonal print ribbon. And we're going to go like this, kind of do a faux bow. I'm not going to tie a bow. Just make sure those ends kind of peek out there. And I think I'll do it right here. Do that. And yep, you do need to kind of adhere more so that stays down as well. So you got your faux bow, and we'll use some dimensionals on this. Get ones that are, there we go. Because I think the ribbon might be a little tricky. So we will do this. And, oh, I forgot to add color to this. Bear with me. Where's my brush? Did I put them away? No, it's right here. I added, oh, we still got ink on there. This is Pecan Pie on this brush. Just to tie it all together, kind of give it a little vintage look. And that will go there, like so. Bring in those beautiful gems again. And we will add a few, not, maybe near the berries, not necessarily on the berries. Now, if you had the berries, you could put them right on. And one over here. So there you go. And on the inside, you do need a piece of paper for that, which I did not get out. Bear with me. I got a whole pack full of them. This is when I was planning my card buffet. I had pre-cut a whole bunch of white paper. So now I have so much of it that I'm so excited. All prepped and ready to go for me to use. Which is fantastic. Okay, this is going to go on the inside, and I'm going to kind of add that over here just to give it some, how did I do that? Oh, I only added adhesive to where the, oh, I got an itch, leaves are, because you can't really see it through the leaves. And, oops, I think I did it the wrong way. This isn't the real vibrant side, but that's okay. You get the gist. So there's that. And then this will go on the inside. Like so. Oops, it's too big. I needed to use a smaller piece. What a goofball. Hold tight. I'm going to trim this. I needed to trim it down to, what size? 5 by 3 3/4. Now we're good. Now that'll fit in here perfectly. Like so. Oops. If my eyes weren't playing tricks on me, it would be straight. Not feeling the vibe tonight. Sorry about that. I think I was way too relaxed in bed watching my shows. Okay, there is that. Add your gift card. I just gotta kind of play with it because it's kind of a, not a tight fit. It's just hard to get it in there. Use your take your pick tool so you're not ruining your paper. To feed that in there, just kind of separate that. And there you go. There's your card. Just like that. So there's that project. And you have things to make 3 bags. So you can make 3 bags out of your vellum. And you have the other card we created. And I will revisit the box when I master it with the supplies that you have left in your kit. Sorry. I could probably play with it right now and stop messing around. I think I may have just cut things differently. And you know what? Let's just do it because then I will be done with this class. How crazy is that? So let's grab some paper. I don't know if I have enough designer series paper though, so let's see what we can do. But we're gonna wing it. So I know that the box space is 5.5 by 5.5. Okay. And we're gonna do this. I don't care if it drives me insane. I'm gonna get it. If it takes me all night. All right, and again, 5.5 by 5.5, and we're gonna go all the way around. And the concept is to score 1 inch all the way around. And I could do it from the inside, but here I am doing it from the outside. Okay, so you have 1 inch. So the center of your box, this is gonna help me, is 3.5 inches. So what you need to do is have it a smidge over 3.5, so probably about 3 and 7. Nope, 3 and 1, 2. That's 16ths. 1. There's, wow, I am struggling with stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 16ths. So we're going to cut our top. If I have any. I may not have any. I don't. So I'm just going to use a random piece of paper. It's probably safer that way. The top is 4 3/4 square. And then I'm going to score this at, all right, so it is 9, so that's probably why it is 9, that's 32, okay, 9/16, so it is a half, so it's actually right here. Please be right there. If it's not, I give up. And so it's a smidge over the 1/2 inch mark, if I'm calculating this right. I guess we'll find out. If not, y'all teach me how to do it. That will be your challenge. Now, let's measure the inside of this. Oh, I think I've got it. So 9/16 on this piece. I think I've got it, by golly. However, I have a mess here and I don't know where my bone folder is. Right in front of me. All right, the lid, 4 3/4, scored at 9/16 all the way around. The base, 5 1/2 square, scored at 1 inch all the way around. And now we're going to do magic and build this box. You should have plenty of supplies in your kit. If not designer series paper, you certainly have plenty of supplies to create a couple of these boxes so that you are able to get more for your money, because I added extra supplies in your packet. So now we're going to cut up these squares. And I'm going to do a little bit of mitering to the outside, just a smidge. Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. Okay, and then do the other side the same way. Sorry, I'm shaky, so I'm taking my time. All right, so we've got that. And then we're going to do the same for the top. Might be able to decorate the top with some designer series paper. I'll just cut all these first. And then we'll do some mitering. Hey, Judy. Oh, I mitered the wrong side. Oh, goodness gracious. That's because I was watching comments instead, or seeing people pop on. How are you? Oh, I can't believe tomorrow's Monday already. Summer's flying by. And yes, I'm excited for fall because I'm really sweating my butt off in my room right now. And I love fall. It's my favorite season. And pumpkin spice and everything nice. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, so let's grab, I'm just going to put this together with some seal. So I'm going to put some seal on each of these corners. So this will be our lid. I'm still crossing my fingers, even though I saw the measurement and it looked fine. I kind of had a oops trying to build my box, Judy, when I first started. So those of you joining me right now or catching the replay and watching this on replay, you get the gist. Taller boxes are much easier too, because it kind of gives you a little leeway. I don't know why, but for me, that seems to be the case. Hey, Cheryl. How are you? Thank you for hopping on and watching. Have to catch the replay, but don't make this box in the beginning if you're going to copy me, because I made a huge boo-boo. And actually, we're still not sure this is right. So until it's assembled, I'd hold off. I'm going to angle that a little bit more because it's kind of poking out from the top. It still is. I think I cut my paper wrong. It's all good. So it's just a really simple box, but leave it to me. I can find a way to mess it up because, you know, it's a total MJ move. Hold your breath. Oh, ho, ho. We did it. There's your box, and it fits. It fits. A spool of ribbon. There you go, because that's what I put their ribbon in. So let's finish this off. I wonder if I have enough paper in here to make something pretty. Nope, not that piece. I have gone through an entire pack of this paper. It is absolutely stunning. I love it. Love, love, love it. That's too small. Cut that apart like crazy. I wonder if I can get a piece that's, I might be able to. Let's do something that's 3 by 3 up there in the corner. Or 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Can I do it? Can we do it? Let's see. We got all these bits and pieces from cutting out all those beautiful bells. Oh, look at that. 3 1/4 it is. Fantastic. Look at that. You can't even plan that better. Even with my ubu. You can put that on top. Oh, I love that gingham on the back, or plaid, I should say. Matter of fact, I think there is a bear, similar color, made from Nigel just sneezed and I was ready to say bless you instead of Brett. But he wouldn't have heard me because he's in the other room. Brett's, flannel shirts. We had bears made. I did that last year for Christmas for the kids. Awesome friend made bears for us. I was so happy. So out of all his flannel, so we got like 10 bears and 10 angel ornaments made from the pockets, and 10 ball ornaments made from the scraps of fabric from each shirt. So there was all the shirts in one little ornament. It was really cool. She was very, very good at doing what she did. Look at that. And then you have extra tags to put on your box. We did it. So the measurements, again, the base is 5 1/2, scored at 1 inch all the way around. The top is 4 3/4, and you scored at 9/16 all the way around. And then you just put it together like so, and it will fit a pack of your ribbon. You would love to see the ornaments and the angels. Well, if you can hold tight, I will go out in the closet right this very moment and I will grab them. I'll even grab a bear, so hold tight. Okay, here's my bear. I got 2 of those. That was a flannel shirt that I would wear. That was Brett's. I wore it all the time. Look how gigundous these are. They're so cute. Cute little, but yeah, that was his flannel shirt. So I got 2 of these for me. The kids each got a bear. I have some for grandkids. Jaden got a bear. Brandon got a bear. And these are, so she made different sizes, styrofoam balls inside. And this is every piece of, so we got small ones and big ones, little buttons. And then these are made from the pockets. So she made little angels from the pockets of the shirts. And that was super cool. And if you're curious, Lisa, it was Jamie Lovelace, Bob Lovelace's wife. So I was very, very blessed that she did that. I donated a lot of my mom's fabric to her because she loves to sew. She's a very creative person, and she did all of that for us last year, and it made me so happy. So yeah, I would show you my face, but I haven't really gotten myself around today. It's just kind of been a very relaxing day here at home. So I hope you enjoyed all the projects from my, I got to get another piece of glue on there apparently. That's not sticking. I hope you enjoyed all these projects. I know I didn't give measurements for all of the cards, and hopefully you can kind of get a idea of how they were put together. But going back and watching the videos, I know they're quick, but you can pause and do stuff like that. So the class participants are able to create 3 of these bags with the vellum, have leftover vellum, and make that gift card holder. And they get to make each of, I'll highlight all the cards we did in this class. So there are the bags. There's the gift card holder. And it opens like this. Okay. And all the other cards are right here in a stack, waiting to be stamped with Stampin' Up! On the back so that I can bag them up for Christmas cards at the shop. So we did this one, in case some of you didn't see. You can go back and watch all the videos from my Christmas series. This one. They're just very simplistic. Some of the designs I even grabbed out of the catalog for those sketches they have in there. Very clean, crisp designs. Loving all the variety of ribbons. I love tearing paper and adding color to it. I love the awesome, I always want to say stylish shaped, but they are not. They are the, give me a moment, contour, I don't know what they are. Those circle dies that are in the, it'll come to me. It's right here. Just read the label. Spotlight on Nature. But they are back ordered right now. Not back ordered. They're currently unavailable, but they will be available because they are in the catalog. I think August 26th, if I read it correctly today. And that card, look at them all that beautiful paper. And that card, that's a lot of projects. Although, of course, I have duplicates, so I'm really excited. I got a lot of Christmas cards out of the way for the shop that I get to sell stuff at. So thank you so much, everyone. And thank you. I love my bear as well. I have 2 of these. I have been afraid to actually, like, have it not in the bag that it's in the closet, because the dogs really like to chew up toys and I don't want them to chew that one up. So, but anyway, thank you so much for watching my series and enjoying my mistakes and thriving off of them, and hoping that you live, that you learn from my mistakes, and because, you know, I keep it real. So get yourself started on some Christmas projects, and we have access to the new catalog starting on Tuesday, which means I get to do some prep work for our upcoming retreat, demonstrators, and previous demonstrator retreat, which is Filling the Gaps. In September, I have events to go to I'm looking forward to, and then, wait for it, look what I unburied. I found Mickey paper that has cut aparts, and I am going to do some junk journaling. There's cut aparts, there's Minnie Mouse. Look at all those great tags. I don't even know if you can get your hands on this anymore, but there's going to be some fun stuff made with all this cuteness of Mickey and the gang. So I look forward to using things in my new adventure. I also found this embellishment punch out pack. This is all letters, and well, there's paper as well, but how cool is that? And I think some of the colors match the Mickey paper, so it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun new adventure, and I can't wait for it. And I hope that you all stick around and share and like and follow and find me on YouTube and all that wonderful stuff. I am just so excited about this new adventure. Many Stampin' Blessings to each and every one of you. I will see you again next Sunday, unless I sneak on sooner. Bye.